What do puppies, sheep, and wheat have in common? Aside from the fact that they are all living things, they were among the first animals and plants to be domesticated by humans. Here is a brief history of humankind's agricultural story. Thousands of years ago, our early ancestors transitioned from hunter-gatherers to farmers. The need to move around to follow the supply of food restricted populations to have a high degree of mobility. Once farming was discovered, the need to move around disappeared, and populations became settlements, growing in numbers. So these farmers decided to cultivate their own food. They took seeds from different wild plants and started creating their own mini populations. While doing this, little did they know that most of the food they were growing only came from certain wild-type species of plants. To visualize this, say we have 5 M&Ms, one of each color. We randomly pick 2 of the colors, blue and red, and decide to cultivate those 2. We just lost the other 3 colors. We've lost 60% of the diversity. Our domestic population only started from those 2 colors. Then we noticed that the blue M&M color just so happens to grow better in this land, maybe because of the soil, temperature, nutrient, and humidity conditions. So, to increase yield and land productivity, we pick the blue color and cultivate it. For generations to come, the settlement only ate blue M&Ms. However, when a drought came, blue M&M production decreased rapidly. Luckily, a settlement across the river grew green M&Ms because green grew better given their specific soil, temperature, nutrient, and humidity conditions. So determined farmers braved the river and brought green M&Ms back home to grow on their side of the river. For some time, green was the dominant domesticated M&M and some blue M&Ms here and there. But over time, farmers noticed a new M&M emerging. It was black. Without knowing, farmers genetically crossed the blue and green M&Ms to create a black hybrid. Over the years, we've domesticated relatively few plants. So, in order to increase food production, we've reduced the variety of crops our diet is based on. This means we end up having relatively less genetic diversity in domesticated plants compared to the wild plants, but less genetic diversity is disadvantageous when it comes to things like disease resistance and resistance to abiotic stress, such as flood, drought, and insect predation. And this is where crop-wild relatives come into play, also known as CWR. By introducing the favorable gene into a domesticated species, a new species of offspring with more resistance to various climate changes ensures productivity.